It is now time for our main event, one of the most anticipated matches in SWF history, the 60-minute Ironman match between Kenny Omega and Malakai Black. And there he is, the winner of the SWF Royal Rumble. The man who entered at the number 1 position in the Rumble. And as he said it, outlasted 29 other men to earn his opportunity to challenge Kenny Omega. Malakai Black laid out the challenge. It was for this 60-minute Ironman match. We haven't seen him since that point, but here is the man who is the champion. And there he is, the SWF Heavyweight Champion, Kenny Omega. He won that championship when he defeated Jeff Hardy at the Royal Rumble. And here tonight he is making his first defense of the championship against Malakai Black. Kenny Omega is only one of 3 men to ever hold that title. Can he hold it here tonight and defeat Malakai Black and keep the title? Or will he fail tonight in his first defense? You can see Malakai Black watching on intently. Kenny Omega dropping that wing off his shoulder. You can feel the tension here, the anticipation, as Kenny Omega I thought he was about to hand over his title to the referee. And there he does. The referee showing the prize to Malakai Black. What this is all about. What every man here in the SWF wants to hold. But only one man can. The SWF Heavyweight Championship. The referee makes sure both these men are ready. And we are underway. 60 minutes starts now. For anyone who's never seen a 60-minute Ironman match, the match can only end after that hour timer is up, and whichever man has the most falls scored throughout the matchup will be the victor, as Malakai Black now pushes Kenny Omega to the corner and breaking it cleanly. And lock up once again. Kenny Omega pushing back Malakai Black into a waistlock. Kenny Omega holding that one on tight. Black breaks it, switching around, waistlock of his own to Kenny Omega. Not directly center of the ring, transition to a headlock. Malakai Black headlock takeover to Kenny Omega. And Omega looks like he's trying to get back to his feet. Malakai Black still holding that headlock. Kenny Omega pushing him back to the ropes, sending him off Shoulder tackle, Kenny Omega down to the mat. Malakai Black taking a second to catch his breath. I expect to see a lot of that in this one. Hitting the ropes, Kenny Omega attempting to trip him, leaping up over him, hip toss. Kenny Omega drops Malakai Black, arm drag, doing the same thing. Is Kenny Omega now taking a moment to catch his breath. But Malakai Black up to his feet, showing off the athleticism and resilience. Both these men are going to have a lot of that if they want to win or keep that title. And punch straight to the face, the right hand to the mouth, and arm strike to the back. Malakai Black now picking up Kenny Omega, German suplex, bridging at 1. Kenny Omega rolls out of it. And knee right to the back of the head. I wouldn't directly call that V-trigger, but Kenny Omega possibly hurt himself with that. Now hammerlock on Malakai Black, transition, fireman's carry, got the arm now. Both men back to their feet. Kenny Omega still having his arm wrenched back to the corner. Breaking it up, boot to the midsection of Malakai Black, and then boot to the jaw, leaping double knees to the face. Kenny Omega now looking to the corner, setting something up, but Malakai Black leaps over, and Kenny Omega just ate the middle turnbuckle. Black now waiting. We'll be looking for attempted arm drag, but Kenny Omega transitions into a headlock, catching off that arm drag. The champion in control. Malakai Black now strike to the face, and he possibly kicked his knee out or something there. Didn't fully catch that, but both men stare down center ring, lock up again. These two both attempting to out-wrestle one another. Got the arm. Whipping Kenny Omega into the corner, jumping over Malakai Black. Drop kick to the midsection. Kenny Omega drops Black. Now up to his feet. Both men stare down again. Malakai Black punched right to the gut. Bit of a cheap shot there. And DDT. Kenny Omega spiked on his head. Black now waiting. Kenny Omega trying to get up. And Malakai Black, Black Mass, just kicked in the teeth of Kenny Omega cover. And Kenny Omega kicked out of that. Before it again, kick to the jaw. Malakai Black off the ropes, and Kenny Omega, huge V-trigger, just dropped him. Going for that one-winged angel early. But roll up from Black. 1, 2, 3. Malakai Black just scored the first fall here in this one. Kenny Omega in shock, and then just got kicked in the back of the head. Kenny Omega back to his feet. Malakai Black attempted punch there. Kenny Omega with a right hand of his own. Black with one. Omega with one. And now the punch is straight to the jaw. Black sending Omega to the ropes. Grabbing the arm. Whipping him across the ring. Kenny Omega reversed it. Dropping, trying to trip the man. Rolling over. Ducking clothesline. Super kick. Kenny Omega now the cover. 2, 3. Kenny Omega scores a fall. And Kenny Omega standing tall. Black trying to get back up to his feet. Probably dazed. He just got his jaw kicked in. Kenny Omega setting up for it now. Aiming right at Malakai Black, but not doing anything. He's, knee to the gut. Arm shot straight to the upper back, and Kenny Omega dropped him down to the canvas. Had to use the corner to get back to his feet. Malakai Black now sending Kenny Omega to the corner. What could we be doing? Kenny Omega fighting. No. Spanish fly. Both men colliding with the canvas center of the ring. Both men lay down. Kenny Omega back to his feet. Both men now back to their feet. I feel like I'm probably going to lose my voice by the end of this match. We're only not even 10 minutes in. And Kenny Omega just dropped Malakai Black. Black now using the rope to try and get back to his feet. Kenny Omega holding him, sending him to the outside. Malakai Black crashed hard on the floor. It's padded, but it doesn't do much. Kenny Omega off the ropes. Dive and Malakai Black just dived down the way, and Kenny Omega went face first in the barricade. That has to hurt. I think some of the fans got knocked back because Kenny Omega collided with the barricade. Now Malakai Black capitalizing. Oh gosh! Kenny Omega's head, I think, just collided with the corner of the steel steps. Black now slightly antagonizing the champion. And wait, Kenny Omega is busted open from going head first into steel steps with springboard. Kenny Omega caught by Black. Powerbomb position now. Out to the outside. Kenny Omega lands on his feet. Black now on the outside. Stare down. Walk up again. Lost count how many times I've done that in this one. On top of the announce table next to me, Kenny Omega putting Malakai Black sit-out powerbomb straight through the announce table. He's got to be broken in half. No, I'm going to get out of the way here. And Kenny Omega sent up and over on my announce desk. Possibly 10 going for a powerbomb, but Black now picking up Kenny Omega suplex position. Oh my gosh! Kenny Omega just went head first through my announce desk. Black now standing in front of me. And that's what the prize this is all about is for. That's what these two men are putting their bodies and careers on the line for, that SWF championship. Wait, what are you doing? Malakai Black now clearing off that bell ringer's table. Kenny Omega up to his feet, but he's got Malakai Black. What could we be going for here? Snapdragon suplex straight through the table. Kenny Omega now crawling back to the ring. The already blood-soaked mess. And we're only 10 minutes into this. Malakai Black laid out on the table, up to his feet. The stare down from such a far distance. Wait a second. Strong words from Malakai Black calling out the champion. Wait a second. The light's going out. That can only mean one thing. Wait, there's two sheet mask guys on the apron. Kenny Omega staring. Wait a second. That's Hangman Adam Page. Hangman coming to the aid of Kenny Omega to deal with those members of the family. Kenny Omega's only real ally. And Kenny Omega with the microphone. And now Kenny Omega calling out Malakai Black. And Kenny Omega dropped with a double leg takedown for Malakai Black. Attempting to trip him there. Once more. Leaping up and over. Going through. Ducking that punch. And huge clothesline. Kenny Omega just got turned inside out. Malakai Black now rolling over the champion. Cover. 1, 2. Kenny Omega just kicked out of that somehow. Malakai Black standing in the ring in shock. He just turned Kenny Omega inside out with that clothesline. And somehow the champion kicked out. How? Kenny Omega has some insane resilience, and that is on display here tonight in our main event. As Malakai Black watches on, picking up the champion again. Looking to whip him into the ropes. Kenny Omega ducking that clothesline. Headlock takeover caught by Malakai Black. Kenny Omega holding on. Looking to push Black back to the ropes, sending him back. Shoulder tackle. Drives Kenny Omega to the mat. Leaping over the V-trigger. And both men now hitting, crisscrossing those ropes. Clothesline again. Malakai Black caught it this time. 2, 3. Black scores another fall for himself. And now he's showboating. Probably not the best time as the champion is back on his feet in the corner. Black with a huge right hand to the jaw. Whipping Kenny Omega. But leaping over. He just ate that middle turnbuckle. Kenny Omega, huge right hand of his own. Now looking to whip Black into the corner. Arm drag just drove him on his back. A second one. Kenny Omega setting up for a possible third one. And Malakai Black sprung up off the canvas, grabbing the rope up on the shoulder. And Malakai Black rolls out of it again. But Kenny Omega trying to get out as fast as possible. He didn't want to get rolled up again. There's Black on the apron. Kenny Omega. Oh gosh! The knee strike to the back of the skull. Kenny Omega's already open wound. That's disgusting. Kenny Omega's already open wound. Driven farther onto the corner. The steel steps are so much blood. And the furiousness of the champion going after the challenger. Brutalizing him in the entranceway. It's to try to throw him face first to the floor. Where's Kenny Omega going? Kenny Omega with a towel now, wiping away the blood from his face. You might need to wipe off the blood from the ring steps as well. Wait, where is he going? Kenny Omega walking back into the backstage area where... Oh my gosh! He's on top of the entranceway. No. Huge moonsault. Takes out himself and Malakai Black. We gotta see that one again. You can see how he just drove his body from the top of the entranceway down to Malakai Black. Somehow back on his feet here. As Hangman Adam Page sets up a table ringside. Oh, huge dropkick from the... I'm too stunned to even speak. Malakai Black getting a little bit back in control. The disrespect, giving the finger to Hangman on the outside. As Black goes buckshot, lariat lays out the champion. Kenny Omega down. Black not going to capitalize though, sending him to the outside. In front of me here. Where is he taking him? Over the barricade to the fans. As Kenny Omega gets a kick to the back of the head to boot. Dragging him over the concession stand area. Kenny Omega up in the VIP area and kicking Black down. And he just took out that Taz over there running the concession stand. Black down. Kenny Omega diving from the VIP area down through Malakai Black and the concession stand table. Black there on the shoulders of Kenny Omega and pushed up into the VIP area. No. Kenny Omega has Malakai Black up on his shoulders. There's no way he could. No. Kenny Omega one-winged angel from the VIP area through that platform. What just happened? Here we can see the one-winged angel that practically just executed Malakai Black and possibly himself as Kenny Omega crawls from the wreckage. That has to be one of the most insane things we've seen here in the SWF in a while. The one-winged angel all the way from that VIP area as General Manager Eric Bischoff and special guest for the night, Harrison Ford, watched on. You can see the blood-soaked champion crawling his way from the wreckage over top those extra barricades as our referee checking on Malakai Black, who's still in a heap, and Kenny Omega pushing past security and fans alike to get back in the ring area. And he just fell through the leftover bit of my announce desk. Kenny Omega using the ring, the post, the canvas itself to try and get himself back at the ring. Malakai Black's being propped up by a referee. For some reason, Kenny Omega removing his elbow pad. That's odd. Malakai Black. I'm losing my voice already. Malakai Black limping back to the ring. V-trigger. And the cover. 1, 2, 3. Kenny Omega scoring the fall. Both men tied up here. And Kenny Omega, fueled with anger, right hand straight to the jaw. And he is laying those in. He could probably knock a tooth. Is that blood? There's blood on Kenny Omega's hand. And now he's punching Malakai Black in the forehead. He punched him so many times in the jaw, he drew blood. And now doing the same to the head. Kenny Omega now headbutting him. You can see the blood on his hand. The blood on Malakai Black's head. This match, I think, has devolved to... Nope. Malakai Black kicked out somehow, but as I said, this match has devolved from these two trying to out-wrestle each other, these two brutalizing each other. And Malakai Black on the shoulders of Kenny Omega. One-winged angel all the way through the table on the outside. Kenny Omega just doing anything in his power to destroy Malakai Black. Broken in half. Possibly Kenny Omega rolling in the challenger, covering him. 1, 2. Black kicks out somehow. Kenny Omega looks shocked. And he should be. Malakai Black kicked out of the one-winged angel through the table on the outside. Kenny Omega moonsault. Black, though, just caught him with that black mass. Sent to the outside. Kenny Omega landing hard on the floor. Malakai Black looking for something. Kenny Omega catching the boot up on the shoulders. Black goes face first into the ring apron area. Set him in the corner. Kenny Omega charging in. Black sends him up and over him. And Kenny Omega comes crashing face first. Up in the air now. Suplex. Roll through. Kenny Omega. Oh, back first on a steel steps. Malakai Black catching the upper hand once again in this match. These two back and forth. Destroying one another. And these two stare down again. Kenny Omega up in the air, off the ropes. Sit out powerbomb. Cover. 2, 3. Malakai Black scores a third fall for himself. Eric Bischoff has to be insane to say this isn't entertaining. And Kenny Omega just drove his elbow into the face of Malakai Black. Now asking his hangman with a steel chair. Bringing the no disqualification, I guess. Kenny Omega holding that steel chair. No, oh my gosh. Kenny Omega looking for another V-trigger, just possibly busting the nose. And another fall for the champion. These two tied again, going back and forth. And now Kenny Omega punching the ear. His fist going straight into the ear of Malakai Black. over and over again. Oh gosh. See the blood as Kenny Omega punching him in the forehead again. Possibly trying to reopen that wound from not that long ago. This is disgusting to watch, but as Eric Bischoff just announced, it's no disqualification. And Kenny Omega driving his knee into the face of the challenger. I said it once and I'll gladly say it again. This match has devolved from these two out wrestling each other to these two brutalizing one another. As Kenny Omega sends Black to the outside once again. Barely able to stand. Kenny Omega setting up, diving as Malakai Black just caught him with that boot kick. And Malakai Black setting up Kenny Omega. Looking at that table with malicious intent probably. Heat Seeker right on the apron, but Kenny Omega rolls through on his feet. He is holding Malakai Black, set up for a possible Deadeye. Leaping back through the table. Using one of the many moves of Hangman Adam Page is Kenny Omega by putting Malakai Black through that table with a Deadeye. Both men now barely able to stand. Kenny Omega holding the back of his head. He probably hit it at some point throughout this match. And Malakai Black up on the top rope. Kenny Omega caught him though. Looking for something. Fall away slam. Kenny Omega just sent Malakai Black across the ring. Picking him up against suplex. Kenny Omega still holding on. Oh, dropping him face first. Kick to the face. Kenny Omega catching another wind in this one, I guess. Has some energy he found somewhere inside of himself. As Black set up in the corner. Kenny Omega drop kick the steel chair in the head. Something I could see someone like Rob Van Dam doing. As Kenny Omega now eating the steel chair. Malakai Black throwing it into the face. Kenny Omega laid out. Black up to his feet holding that steel chair. Oh God! He's driving the leg of the steel chair deep into the ear of Kenny Omega. That's how you puncture someone's eardrum, and there you can see the blood pouring. Oh God! The steel chair driven in the back of the skull. Kenny Omega set up over top of it. No. Oh! Sandwich. Steel skull and the steel sandwich. Kenny Omega has to be unconscious. Going head first in the canvas and his blood staining it. As Kenny Omega's face getting grinded into the canvas by Malakai Black. Picking him up. Kenny Omega up on the shoulders. Death Valley driver. Dropped him on his neck. Cover. 1, 2. Kenny Omega kicked out. Kenny Omega has to probably be concussed after that pile driver on his head. Suplex drops him on the back of his head. Kenny Omega has to have a concussion at this point. He's been dropped on his head multiple times. No. Kenny Omega roll through. Black rolling through once again. Kenny Omega springing off the ropes, but Malakai Black turned into a destroyer. Malakai Black now. Kenny Omega has a steel chain on the outside. He must have rolled out of the ring. Black now taking off the top of the steel steps. You can still see the blood on the corner from Kenny Omega's head. And there you can see, straight out of a horror movie, Kenny Omega with a steel chain trying to choke the life from the challenger. Center of the ring, Malakai Black, they're trying to cover him. 1, no. Kenny Omega saw what was going on. Leaving the chain on the back. Malakai Black up to his knees now. Kenny Omega forcing him to his feet. Holding the head. Kenny Omega off the ropes, leaping, sends him down to the canvas. Kenny Omega back to his feet now. Hangman handing him another towel to wipe the blood off. Malakai Black in the corner. Oh gosh, the Black miss straight to the face of Kenny Omega. He has to be blinded at this point. Now Kenny Omega swinging wildly. He has no idea. He can't even see. Bridging suplex, 2, 3, Kenny Omega. As Black scores another fall. Kenny Omega still blinded. Looks like he wiped away some of it. Springboard moonsault. Kenny Omega on his back. Knee strike to the back of the head. Kenny Omega dropped. Black now spinning him around. Right hand. European uppercut. Kenny Omega roll back to his feet. European of his own. Knee strike to the gut. Off the ropes. Clothesline. Hitting my back elbow. Clothesline. Another one. And super kick. Malakai Black dropped. Kenny Omega pick him back up. Off the ropes. Malakai Black arm drag. Another one to Kenny Omega. German suplex. Kenny Omega lands hard. And cannonball right under the ropes. Kenny Omega sent to the floor. Up to his feet. I'm going to get out of the way here. Malakai Black diving through Kenny Omega in the barricade. Malakai Black picking up Kenny Omega, dragging him by the hair, throwing him in that leftover bit of announce table, sending him up over there on the Spanish announce table. That's the only one not broken. Where is Malakai Black going? Crawling up to the VIP area through the crowd, looking to the Titantron. As Kenny Omega laid out, oh my God, no! Malakai Black, oh my, from the top of the Titantron, and Kenny Omega rolled out of the way. I think Malakai Black just went... Malakai Black now, someone handing some bandaging. He's wrapping up his own arm. He could have broken his arm from that. Straight, he tried and attempted the elbow drop straight through it. Malakai Black now charging into Hangman. Kenny Omega sidestepped it. Knee to the gut, sending him. Ducking the clothesline, roll up. 1, no. Kenny Omega now. Slide him back. Malakai Black. Oh, ducking away. Spinning him around, knee to the midsection. Whipping him to the corner. Kenny Omega, oh my gosh. The top turnbuckle broke off with the force of Kenny Omega colliding with it. Now Black sending Kenny Omega to the outside now, a lot easier. That there's no top rope. Springing over some sort of neck break maneuver. Suplex on the barricade. Kenny Omega in the crowd now. Malakai Black diving into the crowd, and the crowd falling back. Both men laid out. The falls don't count out there, where Kenny Omega probably would have just been lost another one to Malakai Black as he laid on top of him. Where are they going? Malakai Black up in the higher sections. Kenny Omega joins him. Spear off into the crowd. Kenny Omega spearing Malakai Black down into the crowd. You can see it there on that replay. And I think now we are around the halfway point of this matchup. And Kenny Omega standing tall, making a moment to catch his breath. And as these two men take a moment, you can see Kenny Omega still standing over Black, You can also see the destruction these two have laid in their wake over the past half an hour. That's Kenny Omega now picking up Black. Sending it. What? Sending him over the barricade. He just broke the camera. We need to get our camera over there now. We just broke. Yeah, there we go. We got another one, finally. Kenny Omega now picking up Malakai Black. No. Oh, gosh. Kenny Omega's suplex. We broke another camera. Someone getting our cameraman out here. We got to see this. Both men in the ring currently. Kenny Omega holding Black up. Looking for another right hand, possibly. Right to the jaw. The elbow to the head. Face-breaking maneuver there. The lights out once again. Which two members are showing up? It's Buddy Matthews and Eric Young, Malakai Black's tag team partner, and the man who was the mystery member many months ago in the War Games, joining to help Malakai Black here. And I was so overwhelmed with their appearance that I didn't even say anything about how they just drove those steel chairs in the skull of Kenny Omega. Is Black now grabbing that leftover bit of broken barricade from earlier? Sending it into the ring. What could he be planning here? Setting up one chair? No. Is he going to make a makeshift table with the barricade? I think he is. Setting it up on the chairs. We've seen a lot of things bridged on chairs, but never a barricade. As Kenny Omega being dragged by Malakai Black. Tiger driver position. Picking him up right on the edge. And Kenny Omega came hard down onto the floor. Not floor, I mean the canvas. I'm losing my mind. As Malakai Black throwing the chairs to Kenny Omega's... the stairs, jeez. As I said, I'm losing my mind with this one. Wait a second, there's a hole in the canvas. And Malakai Black capitalizing on that. Tearing it up more. Exposing the foam. No, he's trying to expose the wooden boards as well. We already saw those once tonight. Both men locking up again. Kenny Omega set up DDT. Kenny Omega's skull just collided with that wooden board underneath the flooring of the ring. Malakai Black picking him up. Power bomb back first on a steel chair, and Kenny Omega draped over that middle rope or top rope at this point. What could Malakai Black be looking for? He's moving that chain. Oh no. That's a knife. Malakai Black, I think, has seen rage. He has a knife and he's slicing open more of the canvas with it. Kenny Omega sending that steel chair right into the skull. Picking up the knife now. No. Slicing this. I don't even know what to say. I think the crowd here says it all. As Kenny Omega slicing open. Now the back of Malakai Black with the knife. Now the chest. Kenny Omega clouded by rage. Kenny Omega now back on his back. Malakai Black with the knife to the head. Huge right hand to the jaw. Punch straight to the chest. Picking him up. Brainbuster on the steel chair. Kenny Omega's skull collided. I think his neck bent too. That's not good. It's going to be one interesting hospital visit for both of these men after this match. Both men laid out. Both men a blood-soaked mess. I'm going to assume at this point Eric Bischoff partially regretting his decision to call this no disqualification. What? Malakai Black just pulled out a table, and not just any table. That's one of those plastic tables And to my knowledge, those are difficult to break. There are multiple videos you can find of people trying to jump through those and just bouncing. As Kenny Omega grabbing Malakai Black now. Middle rope German suplex, and as I said, bouncing off the plastic table. Kenny Omega bent in half as Malakai Black went head first into the canvas. I think his arm landed on that knife. That's awful for him. Here we gotta see it once again in that replay. Kenny Omega and Malakai Black still laid out. Kenny Omega now, where you can see he looked dead into the camera and you can see the blood on his face. Picking up Malakai Black now. Some sort of power bomb, and there you see it again. Malakai Black bouncing off that plastic table from that weird power bomb-like maneuver from Kenny Omega. Picking him up again. Power bomb sends him over over the table. I almost said announce table. I have no idea what I'm saying anymore after this. Pick him up, pile driver, right on the plastic table. And as I said, again, they bounced off of it. Laid out now on the canvas. Kenny Omega rolling off of him. I don't know which man got the worst of that. They both fell off the table. Still laid out. These two, I think, now feeling the effects truly from this matchup. Kenny Omega now trying to get back to his feet, holding his head. Did he hit his head when he rolled over or something? I don't know. Picking up Black again. What could be going for? Suplex on the table. Malakai Black counter. Suplex of his own from that middle rope. And laid out on the table still. That table's still not giving any. I've only ever seen one of these plastic tables break in person. I don't expect to see one happen tonight, but anything's possible. It's Malakai Black now with anger punching the table. That's not going to do much. Black now holding the hair of Kenny Omega, pick him up for some suplex. Looking for a suplex on that table. Some sort of brain buster on the table. It did nothing. Leaping up. Kenny Omega's head just collided. I think the table's slightly bent. Whatever those two just did, the weight came crashing down and broke the table slightly. As Kenny Omega now up on the shoulders of Malakai Black. Black with a one-winged angel of his own through the plastic table. Cover, 1, 2. Oh my God! Kenny Omega just kicked out of the one-winged angel. His own move. I'm speechless. There you can see the replay of the one-winged angel through the plastic table. No one, and I mean no one, has ever kicked out of the one-winged angel here in the SWF. And outside of the SWF, only very few have ever kicked out of that move. And Kenny Omega just kicked out of it himself here. Malakai Black looks too stunned to speak and too hurt to even walk. As he tries to get back to his feet, and he does. Kenny Omega still laid out. I don't even know how he kicked out of that. He hasn't moved since. Now being picked up again. Malakai Black put him on his shoulders for another one-winged angel. And Kenny Omega pushed to the outside. Malakai Black now doing a little bit of spring cleaning of the ring. Black now throwing away that bit of the plastic tape. There's no way, is it actually? It's Matt Cardona. Is he really here, though? Mr. Money in the Bank. No, if he cashes in, it'll be one of the biggest upsets in SWF. Where is he? Where is Mr. Money in the Bank, Matt Cardona? Our camera crew looks like they're trying to find him as well. Wait. He just slid back. Oh my gosh. The briefcase to the back of the head of Malakai Black. He's cashing in right now and adding himself to this matchup. In the last 20 minutes or so of this match, I've lost track of time. And there's Brian Myers holding up the champion on the outside. The man that helped Matt Cardona win that Money in the Bank briefcase. And Malakai Black trying to get to his feet as Matt Cardona setting up for something. The referee is just standing and watching as Cardona radio silence to Malakai Black. Cover 1, 2, 3. And Matt Cardona scores a fall. And throwing the practically unconscious Malakai Black out of the ring. And Kenny Omega rolled into the ring by Brian Myers. Cardona waiting. Radio silence again. Cover 2, 3. Matt Cardona scores a second fall. Picking up Kenny Omega now on his shoulders. One winged angel of his own. 1, 2, 3. The disrespect as Matt Cardona now with 3 falls. Tied with Kenny Omega. Setting him up in the corner as Myers with that steel chair setting it up. Running huge boot. Kicking in the chair into the skull of the champion. Matt Cardona brutalizing Kenny Omega. As he drops into the canvas looking to recover. 1, 2, 3. That makes 4 falls now. He's past Kenny Omega and has tied himself with Malakai Black. And now he's trying to start this like a normal old matchup. And Kenny Omega has been at this for over half an hour, nearing 40, 45 minutes at this point. Headlock takeover. This is not fair. Matt Cardona is practically fresh, like this is the start of a match for him. As Brian Myers fighting off Malakai Black, sending him into the barricade in the entrance area. Matt Cardona has turned this and made this a one-on-one match with Kenny Omega with the help of Brian Myers. Kenny Omega attempted to counter that. Waistlock. Myers with a wooden set 2x4 or something into the head of Kenny Omega. Both men now assaulting, looking for no pile driver position. Or no, pile driver right on the wooden board. Kenny Omega has to be unconscious as Matt Cardona back to his feet. This is sickening to watch as he tries to pick up Kenny Omega again, whipping him into the corner, but there's no top turnbuckle and he just falls to the floor. Brian Myers removing the floor padding, exposing the concrete. Matt Cardona now setting up for a suplex on the concrete. Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega's going to be injured and probably not able to compete after this, after the brutalization. Looking for a power bonus on Kenny Omega fighting. Kenny Omega fighting. Please. Cardona back first onto the concrete. And Myers assaulting Omega afterwards. He's got him set up for a DDT as Matt Cardona sets up a chair. Suplex position. Myers picking up Kenny Omega, suplex on the steel chair on the concrete. DDT head first in this steel chair. Kenny Omega holding his head. Malakai Black trying to fight. Sent back first into those steel steps. The bottom half of them. Face first into the post. As Myers in the ring. Punches straight to the forehead of Kenny Omega. The open wound. The blood is stained the face of Kenny Omega. As Matt Cardona with a steel chair in the ring now. No. I can't even watch. I don't want to watch this, but I have to. Oh! I am sickened by what I just witnessed. The chair busted over the head of Kenny Omega. I've seen a lot here tonight alone, but something like that has to be one of the most sickening things I've seen tonight. Is Matt Cardona proud of himself? Standing over a most likely unconscious and possibly even near dead Kenny Omega. Our referee doesn't even know what to do. It's triple threat. It's no disqualifications. He can't even end it if he wanted to. There's your replay, like we needed it. And now, showboating to the crowd as Brian Myers looks back and watches as SWF officials check on Kenny Omega to make sure he's alive. Matt Cardona's proud of himself for this. There you can see both of our SWF referees plus one of the ringside officials checking on him. They've pulled the chair off the neck. I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, I feel wrong for even watching this. And wait, where's our official of this matchup going? Matt Cardona turning around, flipping off the official. And Kenny Omega, the referee, I don't know who he is flipping off. All of them, probably. I can hear it. I don't think you guys can. But our referee talking to Eric Bischoff here next to the barricade as the security looks like he's trying to hold back. And I don't think you guys can hear this, but it sounds like the referee is asking Eric Bischoff if he has permission to call off the matchup, because Kenny Omega probably can't compete. And it sounds like Eric Bischoff wants his match to continue. And it looks like Matt Cardona going to force it to continue. Kenny Omega double clothesline to both men. Back elbow. Drop kick. Matt Cardona off. And Kenny Omega had a brief moment. He almost came back into this one. Powerbomb dropping on his head. Kenny Omega fighting once again. Punches to the head. Punches the head of Matt Cardona, sending him over. Back first to the canvas. Kenny Omega with some hope left in this one. Matt Cardona up on the shoulders. One winged angel. Cover one. Brian Myers there to break up the pin. Matt Cardona back to his feet. Kenny Omega unconscious probably from that punch. Clothesline from Matt Cardona to Kenny Omega. He just got dropped. Hook in the arms. Kenny Omega driven to the canvas. 1, 2, 3. Matt Cardona now with 5 falls. If it stays like that, he'll win the match and the SWF Heavyweight Championship. What can he do now? Punching in the head of Kenny Omega, adding insult to injury. This is just too much. Matt Cardona laying in the fist to the head. Oh, elbow drop right on the back of the neck too. Pushing the referee back. The ref trying to stop him, stomping his head into the canvas. Again, stomping and now rubbing his face into the mat. Kenny Omega has been brutalized tonight. No. Oh! Some sort of corkscrew forearm to the back of the head. Powerbomb. Kenny Omega dropped. Matt Cardona now again. Pick him up for a tombstone pile driver on his head. We didn't have to see it again, but we are. There it is, that tombstone. Now he's holding the head of Kenny Omega, a blood-soaked mess. I don't even know what to say at this point. Matt Cardona just holding up Kenny Omega. He has to be unconscious. The referee, thank you. The referee thankfully pushing back Matt Cardona to check on Kenny Omega again. Brian Myers dropping. Malakai Black on the steel chairs. Not the steel chairs, the steel steps. The referee here holding up Kenny Omega. Just barely able to stand as Matt Cardona again watches on. I feel like we're so close to being done. There's no way Kenny Omega's keeping this championship tonight. Pushing over. Matt Cardona now attacking both the official and the referee. Standing over Kenny Omega. Picking him up. What could he be doing? Possible suplex. Oh, some sort of suplex pile driver thing. Hoisting him in the air, throwing him into that pile driver powerbomb type maneuver. Kenny Omega just getting assaulted more. And now, Matt Cardona just insulting him. As I said before, insult to injury. And with no better word to describe it, Matt Cardona with the shit talking to Kenny Omega. You know, slapping his face. There's no bigger insult to put on another human than just slapping them. And more, even more shit talk. Matt Cardona is so proud of himself here tonight. Kenny Omega is helpless. Kenny Omega only had one ally coming into this, and he has already been attacked here tonight. Oh, Matt Cardona, huge knee strike, probably mocking Kenny Omega's V-trigger. Oh, chop. Looking for another one. Pretty much another weak chop. Huge chop lays out Kenny Omega. Picking him up. German suplex as Kenny Omega lands on the turnbuckles. What? Some sort of reverse powerbomb suplex something. Kenny Omega just bottomed out and landed face first on the canvas. Picking it. What could he... No. Matt Cardona. Oh, dropping it with some sort of his own version of a one-winged angel. Oh, punch to the ribs. Forearm to the back. Kenny Omega dropped. Oh, club to the chest. Knee kicks something to the head. And Matt Cardona again with the shit talk. Matt Cardona pretty much insulting Kenny Omega here. I don't think our cameras are picking up the audio of this. And that's probably for the better. It's Matt Cardona here pretty much telling Kenny Omega how he's better than him. Oh, driving the fist into the already wounded head of Kenny Omega. I can't even watch this. Matt Cardona has now switched to driving his whole arm into the head. Just farthering the brutality. No, he's picking him up, slamming him head first into the canvas. This is sickening. Just sickening. As Matt Cardona stands tall, like he did something worth showboating about. He's just further injured an already injured man. I don't even know what to say. And I know I've said that so many times throughout this match, but it's true. I have no words for what is happening. Matt Cardona now picking up Kenny Omega again with a slap. Just disrespecting Kenny Omega. Another one. Oh, right to the top of the head that time. Matt Cardona pointing to the steel chair and picking it up. No. Kenny Omega has no idea what's going on. He can barely even stand. Matt Cardona, no. 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 Oh. The sound that made. The steel chair colliding with the skull. Matt Cardona driving into the back of Kenny Omega. What? Okay, no, don't get up. Don't even try and get up. Oh, right in the lower back, the top of the steel chair. Matt Cardona walking over and talking to Brian Myers now. Telling him something as he picks up that steel chair again. Kenny Omega, no. Oh, right to the head. Why is Kenny Omega even attempting to get up at this point? Steel chair. Right to the back. Another one. And as Brian Myers holding back the referee. As Matt Cardona brutalizing Kenny Omega. Another one. Leaving the chair there for a second. And now, once again, Matt Cardona showboating about himself again. Matt Cardona beat Kenny Omega with that steel chair. As you can see, the brutalized figure of Kenny Omega knocked out in the middle of the ring. Matt Cardona talking himself up again to an unconscious man. That's it, and you can hear the crowd here in the SWF Arena with pure anger at your new SWF champion. There's the streamers. He doesn't even deserve them. Oh no. The SWF fans here throwing trash into the ring. They are trashing the ring. That was a steel chair. I see pizza boxes, garbage chairs. They are pelting Matt Cardona. And someone just threw a can at him and he fell out the ring. There's another chair. There's another pizza box. And Matt Cardona with the SWF Championship running away.